Hello everyone, welcome back to our Swagger tutorial series. In this video we are going to be continuing on the exactly same place where we stopped last time, and that is getting rid of this nasty basic arrow controller and these views that we have. So here you can see our documentation that we created, but we have some additional things that we do not want to see here. So now we want to see how we can target only our configuration. So the documentation that we create should be only for the files that we have created. So let's take a look at that. In our project, we can go to the Swagger configuration file that we created previously, and we can take a look at this .apis. So here we are saying, yeah, take a look at everything. But we don't really want that. We want to change it and target the specific package, being this one. So let's see how we can do that. And that would be basically it. So it's really simple. You can see that here we are saying the base package is this one. Yours may be different. If you named it differently, you can see the package name up top. So whatever you have here, you can just paste it in. So let's run our application and see if our documentation changes. After the application has been run and we refresh our documentation, you can see that we now only have the user controller and we have only our model. And that's exactly what we wanted. Now in the next things, we want to say how we can customize these methods, let's call them, in our user controller, how we can add some additional information that whoever is looking at this documentation can know more about them. So let's take a look at that. Let's go to our user controller. For example, in our user controller, to add some additional information to this method, we would do something like this. Here you can see that I'm using the @API operation annotation with the property value, which enables me to add some additional message. So let's restart our application, because we have to do that in order to generate the latest documentation. And after the application has been restarted, we can take a look at how does this change our documentation. So we go to our user controller, and here you can see that we have some additional information. So instead of just the name, like here we have save user, now we have some documentation which says a method used to fetch all users. And of course you can still see the rest of the things as before. Let's see how we can, for example, customize these responses. So what should happen, for example, if we get code 404? In order to do that, we have to customize or add some different annotations to our user controller. So let's take a look at how we can do that. Here you can see that I have added @API responses. And inside of the values, I have @API response, and I'm targeting code 404, and I'm changing the message, so the default one, to "oh no," so something bad has happened. So let's restart our application and take a look at what we have now. After refreshing, we go to our user controller, and you can see that now the 404 has been changed, and there is another message, "oh no." Here you may think of different ways to do this. For example, you could create documentations for different languages. So if you have your customers using different localization, you could do that. So you could add the localized message here also, and that would be a really nice thing to have, so that you don't, if somebody is not using it in English, you could use it in their language. And that's basically it. You can do the same for the other codes. So to target them, you can change the messages. For the controllers, it's quite simple. And let's take a look at the model, how we can change something about these models. So let's go to our model and let's see how we can do this. And let's restart our application now. Here you can see that I've added @API model, indicating that this is an API model, and I'm adding @API model property, so to say that this is a property of this API model. And now if you take a look at our documentation, and we go to model, we go to the user model, here you can see that we have modified the user age. Now we have some additional values here, like age of the user, and here we can have, for example, username of the user. So with this, you can add some detailed information about it. And if we go jump to this annotation, you can see some additional things that it has. So a brief description of this property is what we used, and you can also override the name. So if you for some reason want to name it somehow differently, you can do that. The allowed values, access nodes, all of the things here, you can use them and add some additional things to your application. Also, if you jump to the API model, you can see that here you have also, we have been using the value. You also have a description, so you can provide a detailed description of your user DTO, explain what it is. For example, something that you can mention that this DTO is used for saving users, creating users, fetching them and stuff like that. You can provide all of that nice information. And there is really all of the fancy things here, so you can extend this as much as I want. I'm just showing the basics, how you can integrate it, and yeah, how you can use it. Basically, that would be it for this video. So that's everything that I wanted to show. It's quite simple to integrate it. So this is a basic introduction to Swagger. So if you have any more questions about it, do let me know and I will try to answer them for you. So as I said, we are done here with the basic introduction, and please take a look at my other videos if you want to learn more about Spring. For example, I have videos on RabbitMQ, on the Quad scheduler, on the Spring integration stuff, and yeah, take a look at it and see what you think about it. If you need any help with something, do let me know and I will try to help you. So like this video if you like it, and subscribe to my channel if you like to see more videos like this.